Hello everyone, I am Dr. Mahalakshmi, educator, forensic medicine and toxicology. Now what we are going to see is vegetable poisoning. Vegetable poisoning, it is very important to know each and every vegetable by the picture. So what they will usually ask you is, they will be asking in the spotter or they may ask you in MCQ or 2 mark. They will give you the picture and they will ask you what is this plant and what could be the possible poisoning that can happen with this plant. And what is the active principle that you can get from the plant and what will be the medico-legal importance of this plant. This is what they usually ask. So first we will be starting with Ricinus communis. So Ricinus communis, it is also known as castor, and this is where you are getting the castor oil. So castor oil is from this Ricinus communis plant, and this Ricinus communis plant, all the parts are poisonous. Each and every part is poisonous, including seeds. Now, you get oil from these seeds only, but these oil, they are not poisonous, that you can consume them. Lot of people use the oil and they consume oil, nothing will happen to them. Why is that? Like they have something known as ricin. This is the active principle. Ricin is the active principle from this Ricinus communis, and this ricin will be left back in the seed after extracting the oil. So no ricin will go to the oil that you extract from the seed. Only it will stay back in the seed. Because of that, that oil is not poisonous and it can be consumed. So you have all the parts poisonous except for the oil which is extracted from the seeds of the Ricinus communis. Now, I have already told you the active principle is ricin. This ricin, what it can do is, it is a toxalbumin. So, it is a toxalbumin. So, toxalbumin means it is an alkaloid. It is a substance that we get from the plant that can inhibit protein synthesis in our body. That can inhibit protein synthesis in our body. So this is a toxalbumin. So ricin is one such component. It will inhibit protein synthesis, and which exactly is that? It will affect the ribosome inactivating proteins. So it will be affecting the ribosomal proteins, and because of that you will be getting some constellation of symptoms in our body, and those symptoms, it will be much more prominent when injected. When injected, you will have more prominent symptoms. The symptoms will be highly prominent. And when ingested, the symptoms, it will be a bit slower to appear, but even then you will be getting all the symptoms. So ingested means slower to appear. And the fatal doses, as much as 5 seeds can cause death. So this is the fatal dose for Ricinus communis. So active principle is ricin. It is a toxalbumin. It can inhibit protein synthesis, and when injected, it acts much faster. So what it can do? So what are the symptoms that you can expect from this Ricinus communis is that when it is consumed, when you eat the seed or the fruit or the any part of the body, what you can get is there will be vomiting, dysphagia, abdominal pain, because like all the irritant action, it will have all the irritant action, it will irritate the whole GI mucosa. You will have the congestion of the stomach in the postmortem appearance also. So the stomach, there will be erosions and congestion, and it will go affect the liver and kidney. It will lead to liver and kidney failure. So this is the constellation of symptoms that you will be getting when ingested. And if it is injected, what will happen is that when it is injected, it will lead to very severe, all the symptoms will come, but it will be very severe except for this GI irritant, except for stomach changes. You will be getting to see all others, like you will be getting multiple organ dysfunction syndrome, and this is very serious, and these is used for the biological, this is used for the biological warfare. So ricin, what they usually do is, the Russian spies, they used to take ricin in a small needle and they will just simply cross somebody and they will inject the ricin into them. So to the suspect, it will look like some mosquito bite or some insect bite. So they will not think much. So they will simply leave, and after they go to their home, they will start experiencing all the symptoms. Systematically, everything will come down and they will die quickly. So this is biological warfare, and this was used by the Russian spies. So this ricin injection was used by them. And it is also used as an abortifacient, and it is used for homicidal and suicidal purposes also. So ricin, it is the active principle. All the pots are poisonous except for the oil, and ricin is a toxalbumin which can inhibit the protein synthesis, and it is used in biological warfare. So if somebody asks you about ricin, you have to remember this much. So this is Ricinus communis. Next, what we are going to see is this. This is Abrus Precatorius. So Abrus Precatorius, it is also known as Ratti. So it has this black and red color. So it has the black eyes and red color body. This is how it usually looks like, and this is highly poisonous. Like all the parts are poisonous, and the active principle that you get from this is Abrin. So from Ricinus you got ricin, from Abrus you get Abrin, and this Abrin, it resembles viper bite action. So it is also a toxalbumin, and whatever the symptoms that you get from Abrin, from ingestion or introduction of Abrin into your system, you will be getting like viper bite. So whenever viper bites you, will be getting certain hemotoxic symptoms, right? The same exact symptoms you will be getting with this Abrus poisoning also. And what is the mechanism of action? The same thing. It is a toxalbumin, and it will lead to inhibition of protein synthesis. So it is one of the important toxalbumin along with ricin. It will lead to inhibition of protein synthesis. And fatal dose for Abrus is that like even 1 to 2 seeds can lead to death. Consumption of these 2 small seeds can lead to death. This is the important aspect of this Abrus. And the medico-legal significance of this is that it is used as cattle poison and abortifacient. Cattle poison, how it is used is that they make something known as sui. So sui means a needle, right? So what they will do is they will prepare paste. They will prepare a paste using this Abrus, opium, datura and glass powder. So they will add all these, make a paste and like put it to a needle shape, and they will dry it. So once they get the needle, it will be sharp. So they will be having 2 of these, and they will use these needles to slap over the cattle. So when you look at the cattle, you will be seeing 2 puncture marks like this, and people will think some snake has bitten the cattle. Because of that, the cattle had died, like that people will think. But actually what would have happened? They would have used this Abrus to cause their death. So this is how they cause cattle death, using this Abrus. This is one of the most common way they were using to sabotage somewhere. So this is one cattle poison, and abortifacient is also another medico-legal importance. Next, what we are going to see is Semecarpus anacardium. So the Semecarpus anacardium, it is also known as marking net or Dobie's net. And the active principle here is semicarpol and bilavanol. These are the active principle here. So now the medico-legal importance of the semicarpol is that it is used for creating artificial bruises. This is the important thing about the Semecarpus anacardium. Usually it is used by the dhotis to mark the cloths. But when it is used over the skin, it will lead to blister formation. There will be blistering and vesicle formation in the skin. So this will be used for malingering. They will say, I got bruise because of somebody hit me and I got bruise because of them. Like that, they will come and complain. So this is where this Semecarpus anacardium is used. But if someone digests this without knowing about the property, they can get GI irritant action also. So there will be abdominal pain, vomiting, everything will be seen with the Semecarpus anacardium. But mostly it is used for creating artificial bruise only. Apart from that, you will also get artificial bruise in this calotropis. Artificial bruise. And the active principle here is calotropin. Calotropin is the active principle seen in this plant. Next you have croton. So croton seed, what is that? Like it kind of resembles castor seed. So it resembles castor seed. So this also, all parts are poisonous including oil. So what will happen is that people will mistake this croton for castor and they will take oil from the croton. And when this oil is consumed, they will get intoxicated and they will die. So this is the principle behind this croton. So the active principle is crotin. This is also a toxalbumin which prevents protein synthesis. So when it is ingested, when this oil is taken instead of castor oil, they will have GI irritant. GI irritation. They will have nausea, vomiting, dysphagia. All this irritation will happen in the gastrointestinal tract, and fatal dose up to 4 seed is fatal, and mostly the medico-legal important, mostly it is accidental poison. It is mistaken for castor. This is the important medico-legal aspect, and it is also used as a arrow poison, abortifacient and fish poison. In the tanks, if they want to kill any fish, they will use this croton. So the main important medico-legal significance of this is this: it is mistaken for castor and the oil is consumed, people getting poison because of the oil. So this is about croton. So these are the vegetable poisons. We saw Ricinus, croton, the Semecarpus anacardium, Abrus precatorius, and all these are very toxic. And what are the medico-legal significance we saw? What is the active principle? That also we saw. So this is about these plant and vegetable poison. Next, what we are going to see is food poisons. So this is food poison. Here what you have is this. This is kesari dal. This is your kesari dal, and this is a normally consuming legume. Like this is a pulse that is normally consumed in lot of places. But what happens is that it has this component beta N oxyl amino L alanine. So this component, if it is cooked properly, like when cooked properly, it is not toxic. But if it is not cooked properly, if you keep on eating it, you will get lot of symptoms because of this component. So what this will do is, it will increase the glutamate concentration. So glutamate concentration will be increased. Because of that, there will be selective motoneuron degeneration in the body. So there will be motoneuron degeneration. Because of that, you will be getting something known as neuroletharism. So neuroletharism, you will have the gait affected. So you will have a scissor gait. So scissor gait will be there, and there will be pain in back and legs, especially over your calf muscle. There will be extreme pain, and initially it starts as this pain and it will end up in spastic paraplegia. There will be increased spasm and you will get paraplegia also. There will be spastic paraplegia, and this will go away on stopping the consumption. On stopping consumption, the patient will recover. So this is about this kesari dal. So what you will get is Lathyrism. So, Kesari dal, it is also known as Lathyrus sativa. Okay, it is also known as Lathyrus sativa. That is why that condition that you get from this known as neurolathyrism. And you will get this motor neuron degeneration. Because of that, you will get the seizure gait, pain and spastic paraplegia. And when cooked properly, you will not get any symptoms. Only when it is uncooked or partially cooked, you will be getting all the symptoms. And it is mainly because of this component, beta-N oxalyl amino N-alanine. This is the component that leads to this neurolathyrism. Next, one of the important food poison is adulterant. You will have the adulterant, which is this also known as Mexican poppy or prickly pop or Agemone mexicana. So, this what is that? It has these seeds. This resembles mustard. So, this resembles mustard and this is commonly mixed with mustard as an adulterant. So, it is mixed to mustard and they will prepare mustard oil also from this. So, it is an adulterant. And when it is consumed, what it will do is it has this component known as sanguinine. This sanguinine, it will lead to degeneration of cardiac muscle. So, this sanguinine causing degeneration of the cardiac muscle will cause the condition known as epidemic dropsy. And all the parts, like not just the seeds, all the parts are poisonous and all of them contains the sanguinine. So, if it is consumed as an adulterant or consumed as such, you will be getting this condition known as epidemic dropsy, where you will have anasarca, congestive cardiac failure and dyspnea. All volume overload condition, like you will be getting volume overload because of the failure of the heart. This will cause degeneration of the myocardium, right? So, the heart, it will not be able to pump properly and this happens mainly because of this sanguinine. So, the sanguinine will lead to all these epidemic dropsy features and this is one important food adulterant. Next, what we have is this phalloid syndrome or magic mushrooms. So, this magic mushrooms, this Amanita muscaria, this is the most poisonous mushroom in the world. When you consume this, you will get highly toxic feature and what it will do is, like it has something known as phalloid syndrome, like whatever toxicity that you get, magic mushroom toxicity, it is known as phalloid syndrome and you will get cyanosis, bradycardia and stomach irritation. Along that, you will also be getting neurological symptoms like cramp, delirium, giddiness, diplopia, hepatic and renal toxicity. And Ogilvie syndrome is pseudo obstruction of colon. So, all the systems will be affected by this magic mushroom and all the constellation of the feature we call it as phalloid syndrome. So, basically you will get dyspnea, cyanosis, bradycardia, stomach irritation and pseudo obstruction of colon. And neurologically you will get cramp, delirium, giddiness and diplopia along with hepatic and renal toxicity. So, this is about magic mushrooms or poisonous mushrooms. Like sometimes instead of normal mushroom, people might consume this poisonous mushroom and they will experience all these symptoms. So, in food poisons, we have seen Lathyrus sativa, that is Kesari dal, which can cause neurolathyrism. Next, we saw Mexican poppy, which can cause epidemic dropsy. Next is this magic mushroom. So, after that, what we are going to see is this. So, this is your ergot. So, this ergot, do you see this one? This black color group. So, this is a dried sclerotorium. So, this is basically a dried sclerotorium of Claviceps purpura. It is a fungus, right? So, this Claviceps purpura is a fungus and from this you will be getting this ergot. It is commonly seen in cereals like rye, barley and wheat. In these plants it will grow. See this. In the normal plant you will be seeing this ergot. And this ergot, it contains an alkaloid known as ergotoxin and ergotamine, and this ergotamine is LSD precursor. So this is the alkaloid, this ergotamine and ergotoxin. It will lead to stimulation of the adrenergic receptors. So this ergotamine, it will go and stimulate all the adrenergic receptors, and you will get something known as ergotism. So because of this overactivation of the adrenergic receptor, you will get burning sensation in the skin. Along with that, formication, which is tactile hallucination, right? So tactile hallucination. This tactile hallucination formication is also seen in one more poison, that is one more substance abuse, which is that you will be seeing this in cocaine, right? So next you have St. Victor's dance. This is due to chorea and convulsion. You will have chorea and convulsion. Then holy fire due to vascular constriction. Because of vascular constriction, they will experience claudication, pain in the skin. They will experience claudication, pain over the skin. So because of this adrenergic stimulation, you will be experiencing all these symptoms, especially when it is consumed chronically. When you consume these cereals affected with this ergot, you will get this ergotism, where you will be getting the formication, burning sensation, chorea and convulsion. And the medico-legal importance of this is that, like, it is used as an abortifacient, and when this ergot is used during the delivery, it can cause puerperal psychosis. So this is also one important medico-legal importance of this ergot. So basically we have seen ergot, then mushroom, this Mexicana argemone, then you have this Lathyrus sativa. So these are the food poisons that we have seen. Now we are going to see bacterial contamination. So when bacteria contaminates a food, what are the effects that you will get? So if it is an infection, you will get long incubation period, like your cholera, Shigella, Salmonella. All these, they will, if it is infected with these bacteria, there will be a long incubation period and you will experience symptoms after that. But if the bacteria, it has been there in the food for a very long time and it has produced all the toxins, it already excreted all the toxins into the food, you will have a short incubation period. And mostly E. coli. So this is how it happens. If it is there, if it is simply infected, you will get after a long incubation period. If it is already there for a long time and has produced toxin also, you will get all the symptoms after a short incubation period. Within 24 to 48 hours, you will be experiencing all the symptoms. And in case of botulism, what will happen is that this botulism, this bacteria, it will block the acetylcholine release. Because of that, you will get paralysis and vomiting, like normal GI irritation. Along with that, you will get paralysis. One most important symptom of botulism is paralysis. So this is about bacterial contamination. So we have seen vegetable poisons. In vegetable poison, we have seen Ricinus, which is Castor, then Croton, we had seen Abrus, then we have also seen the artificial bruise, Semecarpus anacardium and the calotropis. In the food poisoning, we have seen bacterial contamination and few other adulterants and growths. So this is the end of this video. Thank you for watching.